What was most compelling to me about Barack's technology plan
To seize this moment, we have to ensure free and full exchange of information.
was how committed he was to keeping the internet open and free.
And that starts with an open internet.
He immediately endorsed the notion of net neutrality.
I will take a backseat to no one in my commitment to network neutrality.
He immediately endorsed the notion of openness of the internet.
Because once providers start to privilege some applications or websites over others, then the smaller voices get squeezed out and we all lose.
He immediately endorsed the notion of having everyone use the internet to change everything.
The internet is perhaps the most open network in history, and we have to keep it that way.
For years they've been saying these things would change the world, would mature from adding machines and typewriters to tools of the human spirit. Now, maybe it's coming true because of internet. It's tapped a yearning to connect, to talk with the world about art, music, sex, guitar construction, conservative politics, grief. John Allen says it's a modulated anarchy.
Life in the modern world has a new anxiety these days. Just as we've become totally dependent on our computers, they're being stalked by saboteurs.
It used to be that really only the government could threaten your First Amendment rights. Now corporations with government permission pose the greatest threat to your First Amendment rights. And tonight I want to tell you that I believe that net neutrality is the First Amendment issue of our time.
It's called net neutrality, where no form of content is favored over another, and in our fourth story in the countdown, it could all go away if the big internet providers get their way.
The reason net neutrality matters, it's been the law of the land for the internet since it was created about 40 years ago. This is the principle that says all content on the web travels at the same speed, whether it's ABC News sending it, or it's Democracy Now!, or it's your cousin's wedding video.
To those companies that do not like the idea of net neutrality, I can only say that opposing net neutrality opposes the very foundations of the internet.
What most Americans don't know, though, is that net neutrality is the game changer for the future of all media.
FCC Commissioner Michael J. Kopp said he sees the proposal as a call for the FCC to start implementing its, quote, authority over broadband telecommunications, end quote.
You basically have a fight over the rules of the road of how the internet traffic is going to be treated in a broadband world, which gives much more robustness to the network.
I've been around the internet and its precursors since 1987. And in that time, the entire basis for the net was that once you got your traffic on the net, it got wherever it was going as quickly, as efficiently as possible, and no discrimination was made between any source of traffic, any type of traffic, or any other thing having to do with it. It's the job of the backbone companies to get it from point A to point B and don't mess with it in the middle.
He said that this would lead to toll booths on the information superhighway.
You can't let them do that.
Without the internet, I would not have been known.
Your weapon sits right in front of your desk. Use it.